reviews. Today I'm not doing a beer review, but I'm going to review this mini keg that I just got from Amazon. So this one is called TMCRAFT mini keg. This one's 128 ounces, which is about a gallon. It's 10 beers. It should fit about 10 beers. So I'm hoping that this will help my home brewing a little bit with the carbonation issue I'm having. I'm not getting good carbonation when I bottle. I'm hoping I can carbonate my home brews better with this, so we'll see. So here's the actual mini keg. It's not that big. It's skinny. I'm hoping it fits in my fridge. We'll see. I've already taken it out of the box and sanitized it, but it's just got this screw top on it. So you can fill this at a brewery, you know, like a growler, and then bring it home, and then you can put your tap on it. So maybe I'll do that someday. But for now, I'm going to try my home brews. There's the keg, and here's what else is in the box. So it came with this neoprene sleeve. I guess it's like a big koozie. It's a big koozie for the mini keg. It's pretty cool. I'll put that on there later. Alright, important. Must keep regulator knob in off position. So in the instructions in a couple different places it says make sure that the regulator is in the off position when you put the CO2 on. Apparently this did not come with CO2 cartridges, but I bought 10 CO2 cartridges on Amazon and they weren't that much. So in here is the regulator. So here's the regulator. It has this tiny little white washer in there. So it says increase, decrease. So decrease all the way off. So I'll make sure that's in the off position when I put it on there. There's the PSI gauges on there. It goes up to 30. I'll probably only have this up to maybe 20 at the highest if I want to force carbonate. But I'll have it between 5 and 8 if I just put beer in here. So here's the tap handle, just this little black handle. I think it fits just about any tap handle, so I might get a customized tap handle on Amazon if this all works out good. Here's the faucet. Here's a tool for tightening everything down, a little wrench and stuff in there. So here is, I'm hoping it tells me how to put all this together because the spring and this little rubber washer are loose in here. So this is called the stainless steel spear with pressure release valve. So it has a little pressure release valve right here to pull it. It's kind of like an air compressor. It's like my air compressor. The spear, I think, is that part right there. You put the hose on. It looks like there's already a rubber washer on there. So I think this might just be an extra washer or extra gasket washer, whatever. And then the spring, I'm not sure where the spring goes. I think it goes in here. I hope there's a picture that tells me. Alright, it doesn't show where the spring goes, so that kind of sucks. It came in the box like this. This was loose. I think it goes in here, and I think it goes fat end that way. Yeah, it's going to suck if that's important, but we'll see. And then last thing in here is a hose. So this hose has to be measured and cut. I guess to go down to the bottom of the keg so you can suck your beer out. It's kind of coiled. I'm hoping it goes straight. I don't really want it to go all the way to the bottom because if there's sediment in there, I don't want the sediment coming out. So I might do it maybe up about ½ inch in the bottom. So I'm going to measure and cut that. Now I'll read the instructions and figure out how to put this together. It says to sanitize all the parts, the faucet, the spear, and the hose. So I'm going to go do that right now. I bought some sanitizers. It's a no-rinse sanitizer that I usually use for brewing, so I'm going to use that. I'm not going to put that part in the video because it's kind of boring. This is the sanitizer I use. It's just called One Step No Rinse Cleanser, and you just have to put like a tablespoon in there. 1 tablespoon per 1 gallon of warm water. So I already sanitized this stuff in a bowl. So yeah, install the knob on the faucet. There we go. So there's the tap handle. Then use the small wrench we provide to install the faucet to the spear. So I'm thinking this is where this comes in. I think this is where this goes. Because it goes in there pretty far. Yeah, that's right. I don't know how else to hold this fucking thing. I guess I could put it on there and try to put it on. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I can't get this shit on right now. I'm just putting this on here for now to try to get this on here. So I think, I don't think the small end goes in there. Maybe it does. It's not really straight. Alright, so then you take this wrench. Alright, yeah, it's not perfectly straight. Let's see if I can twist that. I don't know why that's not perfectly straight. So I don't even have the regulator on there yet. Alright, take this back off. Alright, I'm going to cut this hose. So it says to stick the hose on to the spear. How the freak am I supposed to know how long it's supposed to be? I guess I can do it like this. Eyeball measurement. Wow, this is not as easy as it looks. Turn a CO2 cartridge with a thread type. Turn clockwise firmly into the regulator base. Please note, the knob is in the off position before you screw on the cartridge. I bought this box of 10 CO2 cartridges on Amazon. It says 16G threaded CO2 cartridges. What does it say on here? 3/8 inch it says. 16G 10 pack. I don't know. Hopefully it's 3/8 inch. That'd suck. That will suck if this does not fit. Please note that the knob is in the off position. Don't stop turning if you hear a slight gas leak. Swish. Finish turning it all the way as it suits properly. Okay. Connect the newly assembled tap system to the top of the keg by screwing it on. So, screw this part on here. Make sure they're as tight as possible to avoid leaking. Connect the regulator to the spear and check. Alright, this is what it looks like. Hopefully that's going to be long enough. I think it is. I have 5 of my homebrews left. I think I'm just going to put 4 in here. This is just going to be a test for this. These are carbonated, but there's not much carbonation in there. I use carbonating drops. I'm also going to try to pour them slow in here so I don't get any sediment, or the least amount of sediment. So, yeah, see, that one didn't even have a carbonation sound. Nope. That's 2 bottles with no carbonation. That one had a little bit of carbonation. That one, no carbonation. I'm actually glad I'm doing this. So for my next brew, I think I'm just not even going to bottle condition them. I think I'm just going to put it right in the keg and then force carbonate it. So, alright, I got 4 beers in there. They're cold. Let's put this sucker on. Alright, it says slowly turn the regulator knob in a clockwise direction to 5 psi, stop for 2 seconds, turn off the regulator, and then wait 2 minutes. So 5 psi, turn it this way. I hear it. 1, 2, Okay, it's off. It says to wait 2 minutes now and pull on the pressure relief ring for a couple of seconds. This is to adjust the pressure of the keg. So now we're going to wait 2 minutes. You want to wait with me? Alright, now it says to pull this pressure release pin for a couple seconds. Put a glass or pitcher under the faucet spout with the faucet knob pulled forward. Slowly turn on the regulator knob to clockwise direction until beer starts flowing out. Suggested tapping 5 to 8 psi. Alright, I'm going to force carbonate this. I'm going to try to put a little bit more carbonation in there. So I'm going to turn the pressure up. Alright, I turn it up to 10. Put this in my fridge for a little bit, maybe about an hour, and then I'm going to see how it comes out. I made some room in my fridge. I made some room in my mini fridge for the keg. I had to take the drawer out with a piece of glass. Got some homemade pickles in there too. Anyway, there's the keg.
1 hour later.
Alright, I let this sit in the fridge for an hour at 10 psi. I have it on like 6 psi right now. So let's see what happens. So this beer that I put in there was carbonated in bottles, but didn't look like it had much carbonation. So, alright, this is the first pull on this tap ever. So this is what I was looking for right there. That's exactly it. So it's got like a yellow-orange color. I don't see any sediment in there. It's got a beautiful head on there. That's what I wanted. It smells fruity. It smells berry-like. So this is the homebrew I did. It's called Dicky Berry Hefeweizen. So it's a Hefeweizen that I brewed with herbal raspberry tea. And I just put a little bit of the raspberry tea in there so it's not red, but yeah, that's a great color right there. That's a great head on it. That's what I wanted. Hopefully it tastes good. It's exactly what I wanted, so this works perfectly. Yeah, look at that. The head's really creamy on there too. I might be able to turn that down a little bit, but so for the first pour, it wasn't all head. It was like a good, decent pour in there. There's a lot of carbonation going on. Yeah, that creamy head's still sitting there. There's a lot of lacing in there. It works. It works. I like this. So the real test will be when I brew a beer and I don't put the carbonating drops in the bottle and bottle it first. I'm going to put it right to the keg. So I'll put 1 gallon in here. And then I'm going to force carbonate it by turning this up to 20 psi and leaving it for 2 days. So we'll see how that works. So the next time I use this will be a new beer. I think I have an orange wheat beer to brew. I have 4 different beers to brew. I have a couple IPAs, I have the orange wheat one, and I have a gluten-free one. So this should cut down my brewing time from 4 weeks to 2 weeks. So that's what I'm hoping for. Then I won't have to bottle with the carbonating drops and do all that. So yeah, that's perfect. Alright, thanks for watching. Check out my other videos, subscribe, leave comments, hit the like button. Till next time, cheers. A tiny little white, what's it called? What are those called? Washer? Rubber washer? So yeah, there's the CO2 cartridge. It's not punctured. So That's not Rocco's. What goes on that side?